charging decision too. There's nothing wrong with contemporaneously continuing to negotiate. I mean, in some ways, they're building a record of their good faith, of the various inconsistencies being said. It's so unusual that Trump's team cannot produce someone to be the custodian of records. I mean, it's quite symbolic. It really indicates that nobody has custody of the records. They don't know where they are. And that has to be very alarming for DOJ and puts a lot of pressure on them to decide what to do next to safeguard these really sensitive materials.
Shan, what I don't understand, though, I mean, if there's no lawyers willing to sign that all the documents have been turned over for the Trump side, why is that the DOJ's fault? Is it, I mean, shouldn't there be, I mean, is there no penalty for the Trump team to not have somebody who can say categorically everything's returned?
It's definitely not the DOJ's fault, but I think what the penalty would be, frankly, is that they might decide to charge on what they have at this point. If the idea here is they want to primarily focus on safeguarding the documents, so you wouldn't want to charge too early because we've got, a few documents that were mishandled. We want to make sure we've got everything first. They seem like they've run up against a brick wall with that.
And Maggie, I mean, sources are telling CNN that Chief Judge Beryl Howell pressed the Trump team and the DOJ to work together to find a mutually agreeable resolution. It seems like there is a lot of animosity between the two parties.
There's no question about that. There's no question about that, Anderson, and we have similar reporting. The DOJ does not trust the Trump team, and it is understandable why they don't. National Archives have been asking for these documents back for close to a year. Once boxes were returned in January, there were, dozens of classified documents in there. A subpoena was issued. An ascertainment was signed by a Trump lawyer saying they had returned all of the classified documents at Mar-a-Lago, and then the DOJ, during a search in August, found more than 100 additional documents. So there's a reason why DOJ does not feel it can trust the Trump team, and I think that is part of why they turned to the judge. I think the judge is loath to make that kind of a decision right now without further discussion between the sides, but it has been very ugly between them, as you say, for several weeks.
Yeah. Maggie Haberman, Shan Wu, appreciate it.